Surprise! I am your host today, Zayzooted. That song was definitely a mess. The worst chat GBT apology I think that I have ever heard. So, I am hosting again for you guys last minute today because, as you can see, Becky's been a bit of a mess. So, we'll see how everything goes with that today. We are currently waiting for Tina to pull up. Just to give you guys a little bit of a rundown in case you missed yesterday, Becky was supposed to meet up with RTU at a Walmart holding a sign saying that she spreads for bread. She gave everybody the runaround for the entire day yesterday and then ended up pulling up to an abandoned strip mall that looks like it hasn't been plowed yet, where there was maybe like 4 cars in the parking lot. After going back and forth with the rest of the hosts about whether she's doing the punishment or whether she's not doing the punishment, she eventually did go to a Walmart that was closing in an hour, so there was like no people there. They had her go into the bread aisle. It was a little entertaining during that part and like tell some people that she spreads for bread. And then she got upset that they were yelling things through the mic, and then she decided to dip.
Oh, great. Here we go again with a whole bunch of crap. So why is Daisy to being the host? Well, obviously because Becky came on later on the show, probably after she got done with whatever she was doing. Now, why is Becky back? Well, Becky more or less supposedly quit, which means this video I made for Wednesday is kind of now irrelevant because now stuff changed. Like always, that's why it's always hard sometimes to keep track with things because so much moving parts happen that it's very difficult. Now, I also like to say that I did have to cut a lot of fat, and I don't mean that because they're all fat. I mean, a lot of them are fat, but I mean I did have to cut a lot of the fat out of these videos and clips, speed up a lot of the stuff because holy hell, sweet Lord Jesus save me, because there was just so much screaming and yelling. Oh, you know what I mean, right? It was annoying. It was almost impossible to get clips or any form of information from this stream particularly, because it was just a lot of just yelling, right? It was very annoying. And like obviously if you're not aware, there's some stuff going on between Savage and Tina. I will probably do a video on that. I'm not sure if I'm gonna release it later today or I'm gonna wait till things have happened. So I'll see what happens, right? I'm probably gonna start working on it a little bit and then I'll upload it. But getting that out of the way, here's a couple here's two clips, and I do apologize that I sped some things up. And it's also kind of funny how Becky kind of treats Zay Zudit.
Now that I've done Zay's job for her.
Bitch, I've done it like 3 fucking times. Maybe if you showed up to the fucking show today and actually fucking hosted, I wouldn't even have to be here. You act like I asked to fucking be here. Ultimately, I'm here last minute because you don't fucking do shit. You couldn't even do a punishment holding a fucking sign. You're so fucking fat and lazy you couldn't fucking walk around Walmart.
Funny you should say that because I actually spent all day recording a punishment video today.
Okay, let's fucking see it.
And I will play it, but first I have something to say to people who aren't you, Zay, okay? So, Tina, you're really grunting into the mic. I'm sorry. I could tell you're really angry.
Your mic got me pissed. I just hope you did your punishment, Becky.
I sure did. So, all right, I wanted to apologize, especially to the people who supported me. To the haters, fuck you still. But to the people who've supported me, I feel like I really let you down. I promised I would do that punishment, and because of a lot of things that went wrong yesterday.
Jumping. You didn't even come on.
Can you threaten to fire them if they keep doing this?
They're sabotaging our show.
No, speaking of punishments, I think they should be punished for crashing our show. They're not doing that with permission, are they?
No, they don't have permission. If they come in again, I will tell them not to. If you're watching, do not come in anymore.
Thank you. So I was just apologizing, Keem. I know you're kind of over things with me right now, and I get it.
Yeah, so yeah, that was just Becky kind of more or less like treating Zay Judah like a piece of dirt, or in her profession, basically a piece of meat, which it is what it is, whore. But I mean, like Becky can't be grateful. Like just be like, hey, thanks for like hosting my show today when I was out or I couldn't do it today. Like, just why not just be nice to her, right? Also, it was annoying, as I said early on the video, that editing this was a little annoying because like people from Mafia Milkers were just jumping in and out. Like you just saw right there. And I feel bad for people who sit down and watch this live You know, because for me, I'm either watching this live or I'm watching it after in a faster speed, and then I usually go back to normal speed, and just so I can like get the clips and information I need to make these videos. And it was very annoying, really.
Yes. Okay, I just have one request. On my cheeseburger, can you make sure you spread the ketchup like really evenly? It's really important. I spread for bread.
So spread the ketchup in.
Yeah, just make sure it's spread evenly on the bread.
Like, what do you mean? For fuck's sakes.
What's wrong, Tina?
I don't hear nothing.
It's very low. The sound will pick up in a bit. I don't know.
I'll try turning it up. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Better?
It's still very low. Can you put it up at all?
I work in the mall
Why is it
office,
so?
so
Because the stream volume is way down. Turn up the stream
Let me
volume.
pause it. Let's bring it up really quickly. Yeah, I keep turning desktop video up. But
Yeah, if you click like on the watch stream where it shows that, if you right click it, then it'll have an option for stream volume.
does not. But here's
yeah, that picture going up from there.
Yep, that's on. This is punishment my boss is making me do. Oh, okay. All right, sorry. Thank you.
No, sorry.
Thank you. The chat's saying they can't see, but I'm not sure if that's everybody or just one
yeah, you
person.
should see it now. It was a second. Yeah,
Okay.
it's fine.
I lied and I said I was going to visit a sick aunt, and I prostituted myself instead. So that's why I spread for bread. I'm getting punished. Really fucking bad. It's very embarrassing.
Listen, bread is expensive these days. I get it. You know, like listen, Target's getting pricey, Walmart's getting pricey. Listen, I get it. Listen, if I could get away with it, I mean, I have great legs, but everyone else is.
So would you spread for bread? Premium bread. Premium bread because it's only the best. Oh god. You just read my sign. My boss is punishing me, and if I don't do this, I'm gonna just says I spread for bread. You don't have to ask about it. It's okay. Thank you. Hi. My boss is punishing me and making me show people the sign. You just read my sign. I spread for bread. Thank you. This is perfect because I didn't take a shower today. And making me show people this embarrassing sign that I spread for bread. So, thank you. I appreciate you. Can you pause it really quick for 1 second? Okay, so I see the chat asking. There's an extra layer of embarrassment to this. It was my mom filming this whole thing.
Your mom was something like that?
Oh,
Mom filming this whole thing. So you'll see in a little bit. But yeah, go ahead. Don't get too far. I don't know if it can hear me. You know. This is horrible. This is humiliating. I hate standing in front of this door and people looking. And this is horrible. This is stupid. Who does things like this in the real world? Who punishes somebody like this?
Becky, this is ridiculous. I don't know how you can do this. This is so demeaning. I didn't raise you to do this. I didn't pay for your education for you to do this. You have embarrassed me. You've embarrassed the family. And that Keemstar, whatever the fuck his name is, guy. Is he proud of this? This is so.
But it's such a good opportunity. I know it's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed too.
No.
I hate this. I just got kicked out of that mall twice. I can't even go back. That's where I shop.
You've got to stop working for that jerk. Okay? He is.
But it's a good opportunity. You don't understand. Most of the time I don't have to do this.
You don't need to do this. You don't need to do this. You know, every time I think about it, it's just, what am I supposed to do? Be happy and pull my pants down and clap my ass? Your father is so ashamed. You're making me cry. This is just shameful. I can't stand it. I can't even face him. We can't even speak. You're causing trouble between us. You're causing a problem.
Why doesn't he just not watch? Can't you just tell him to just not watch?
You are our only daughter, of course. You're our only child, period. You've got so much going for you. You've got so much going for you. What is this with the abusive behavior here in this show? This is you're worth so much more, hun. I love you so much. We love you so much, and we hate to see you go through this. It's just so sad.
I had to tell him I prostituted myself. Why did I even say it that way? You know how embarrassing that is to tell a stranger? She was telling me how she paid for Harvard and I shouldn't be doing this and I should be working for a real company. It's fine. It's fine. Get through this. I lied and I said I was going to visit a sick aunt and I prostituted myself instead.
All right.
Oh my god.
So your mom.
I find it hilarious that Becky's mom is disappointed in her, and just in a lot of ways, in a lot of manners, that it's just hilarious. And how they had to bring up that, oh yeah, there's some issues between my mom and my dad because I'm doing this show. I mean, I would be disappointed. I'd be very, very disappointed. Mind you, that whole clip is shrunk down to like 2 or 3 minutes. The original clip is a lot longer and a lot more annoying. I mean, she did the punishment. She did the punishment finally, right? You know, like that's what people wanted out of her, to do this punishment and to admit she was wrong. And the thing is, though, she does later on in the clip after this one, right? She tried to kind of like backpedal on a lot of the things she did. Also tried to kind of like undermine Psycho Mom's like doxing and everything. Right. But back to the whole video, I thought it was pretty funny. It's like what people wanted. Now, I think the reason she didn't do it with R2U is because, well, her and R2U had a thing for a period of time, and she doesn't want to be embarrassed. Plus, obviously, her other ex, Richie, good guy, man, pretty nice guy, probably be watching that, and it'd be just kind of hilarious, right? So she probably didn't want to do the RTU or had RTU record, so she had a mom with like again hearing them how disappointed the mom is and everything. I kind of felt that was just very fake, or at least the mom was very genuine, and Becky was just kind of faking everything else, right? And maybe in a way the mom was like on board with everything because they know their daughter is making a crap ton of money, and it is true that like they are degrading themselves, but like that's their choice, right? That's their choice to be on this. Like it's like Becky had the opportunity a number of times to not be on the show anymore. I mean, most people don't want her on their show. Like the reason why she has such a strong community of haters, right? Both within LCU, both within the LCU and out of the community, right? Weird how I'm saying community, right? Sounds like some type of code, right? Cult. My bad. We enunciate our words in this channel. But one more clip before we end this.
Done 2 punishments. You have 1 left.
My only question is, when is everybody else getting punished?
Exactly.
For what?
So there's 2 people. First is Psycho Mom, because she keeps saying I doxed her, and I didn't. I just sent her wine, but now people have been doxing me publicly. So that's number 1. She's spreading misinformation. Number 2 would be Savage, because she left for longer than 4 days, and he was going to have to do any punishments. So I'm wondering, I'm more than happy to do my punishments. They were making fun of me, saying I never would, and that they could do it better. I would love to see them do a punishment better.
First of all, when Savage left, and Tina, I know you hate Savage, but when she left in a very respectful way. She called me. She said exactly what was going on, and that she would not be able to do the show. She's got to focus on family stuff. And then the family stuff got cleared up, and she wanted to come back.
I think you're stupid. Because how did her family stuff all clear up as soon as she found out Mike was going to be on Milkers? Is it because...
I called her and I talked to her and I worked out the schedule with her.
Yeah. There was a lot
Okay.
to it. And the
But
same situation that's going on, which I'm not going to reveal, is no longer going on. So it's just changed.
But I also said I was going to see family, and I went, and then I came back, and I had to do the punishment. So I'm just saying, because no one knows what really happened while I was gone.
I do. You did go see your family. You went to go see your daddy.
You don't know for sure what I did or what I didn't. You only know what I told you and what I originally said.
Sugar daddy.
Also, what's important about the Savage situation is she wasn't leaving for a few days. She quit. She let us know she couldn't do the show anymore and quit.
Even worse, coming back.
It's not worse because she didn't just disappear. She said she couldn't do the job anymore, and so Keemstar said, "Okay,
Becky.
you're free from like doing the job."
Becky, after all this, you still want to argue?
I
You
don't.
have 1 punishment left. Just
No,
one.
I won't argue, but the thing is, you said I was single-handedly taking down the lolcow universe by not doing my punishments. I did it twice. In fact, I did 3 punishments because I did this punishment yesterday too and did it again today. So I just wonder why I'm the only one getting punished around here.
Now, I felt that in this clip, now there was a little bit more stuff. They got Savage back on. They went on about Zayzuda being dogpile. Like, well, yeah, what do you expect, girl? What do you expect? You're a pick-me-up girl. But in this clip, it's funny how, like, well, I did the punishment. Everybody else should do a punishment. I'm like, most of the people that you think that deserve a punishment didn't do anything that was harmful. I mean, like, Becky not doing a punishment does hurt their community, right? Because the foundation of LCU hasn't really shifted, but they rely on punishment as a way to gain donos, especially if they're doing it live, right? There's no recording; it's a live thing. So that's why it was hurting the overall bottom line, right? You know what I'm trying to get at now? It's not about the community; it's about the bottom line, which is money. Right. So just be open and truthful about that. Why lie? And she does try, talking about lying, she does try to backpedal, like, well, I just went to go see family. I mean, originally she said, I went to go see my sick aunt, but then she admitted, well, I went to go get laid. Now she's trying to backpedal, and then she said, like, well, you don't know the truth. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure we know what happened. If anything, all of this probably did not happen, and it all just fake, right? At most, you probably took a couple days off because you were getting actual flag by Psycho Mom, which he tries to undermine, right? They try to undermine that and sweep that under the rug really hard, right? You know, it isn't like Psycho Mom stuff isn't out there, right? But also, like, then they go on Savage and Tina, like, you both are hood rats. Like, who get, like, they're both hood rats, and I know I'm gonna cover their drama anyway, but it's like, it's so hood rat, and to some points it's not even funny anymore. It's just comical. And you know, later, it's just ridiculous mindset she has, right? They all, well, I took a punishment, they deserve a punishment. Like, it's not how that works. They haven't done anything that's harmful. Then they try to use the, well, Savage left. Savage quit on her own volition because she had family issues. She wasn't lying about that. Then she came back because, you know, her and Mike worked things out in terms of schedule. So things were fine. Like, it's like so petty. It is the most pettiest people in the world. And it's sometimes hard to enjoy or even laugh at because of the pettiness is ridiculous, and when you try to point it out, they get even more pissy. Now there's like later on this stream, with, I think if I were to we make a separate video to get on the whole Tina stuff, and I really don't want to get into it because it's more or less focusing on Becky. And in the end, and getting to my conclusion, right, my final point is Becky is a child. And when she gets punished, she thinks other people should get punished because she got punished. And like those who didn't get punished probably didn't do anything bad and had actual excuses. There you go, guys. Becky's back. God help me. With that saying, till next time, have a good day, have a good morning, have a good night, and be safe. God bless.